Alright guys, so I'm going to do the remake here of the set where we caught the coyote yesterday. It was too muddy for me yesterday and I was running out of time, so I just left it yesterday, but we're going to go ahead and reset it today. So I'm going to go ahead and get my trap set. I'm going to get all this out of here because I don't want that. I don't want any of that mud in there. I'm going to dig all this mud out. So we had quite a bit of snow and it's about all melted out today. And grab some peat moss. I'm going to put this peat moss down on the bottom. Take our trap. I'm going to work it in here. Now, like I always say, you know, a solid trap is the most important part of any set. I mean, first you want to make sure you have the right location. Then you want to make sure you bed your trap solid. So basically, when you can touch all four corners and it doesn't wiggle, you're good to go. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to get a piece of this. I've been using wax paper instead of pan covers, and I was putting it over the pan, but I got to where I didn't really care for doing that, so now I'm sticking it up under the pan. And this will prevent, you know, any dirt to get under the pan or rock or anything like that that's going to prevent the pan from going down and setting off like it should. Make sure I get it in the right position that I want it. I'm going to take some of my peat moss. I'm going to cover the trap real good. And right now, since we're getting a lot of freezing at night, I'm not going to take... Usually I would take dirt and I'd put over the top of it to kind of blend it in. But right now we're getting... it's freezing about every night, so I'm not going to do that. Because if you just put dirt on top and that top freezes, it's gonna, your set's not gonna work the way you want it. It'll just freeze the trap up and won't go off. And find your pan right there. You want to kind of try to make sure it's the low spot of your whole trap, because they're gonna want to step on that low spot. Whether it be bobcat, cow, or anything, they're gonna want that low spot. And then the coyote dug this up quite a bit before he got into it, so I got a huge hole here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into my hole. I just take my driver, hammer my driver down in there, and just wiggle out a hole. And you always want to take your gloves off before you bait. Put any bait or lure down, because you don't want to get bait and lure on your trap of your next set. So what we had here, we had the Deadly Highway 71 is what we had in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it back in the hole. Get a nice little, about half a spoon, about all you need. Drop that down in the hole. And then for lure, I'm going to use some of our Trapper's Gold. It's a skunk lure. So first I'm going to give me some sheep's wool to put down in my hole. And some of this Trapper's Gold here. I'm just going to wipe it onto the sheep's wool and then push the sheep's wool down in the hole. You want to get it down there so they can't just dig it up. They can't just reach over and grab it, but you also want it where they can see it just a little bit, because it's a visual attractant as well. And this set's done. Normally I'd put some coyote urine behind it, but since we got a coyote here yesterday, there's lots of urine and poop and stuff here, so I'm not going to worry about doing any of that. So this remake is done.